How the Fort Pilar started. In 1635, upon the request of the Jesuit missionaries and Bishop Fray Pedro of Cebu, the Spanish governor of the Philippines, Juan Cerezo de Salamiga, 1633 to 1635 approved the building of a stone fort in defense against pirates and raiders of the Sultans of Mindanao and Jolo. The cornerstone of the fort, originally called Real Fuerte, the San Jose Royal Fort of St. Joseph, was laid by Melchor de Vera, a Jesuit priest engineer, on June 23, 1635, which also marks the founding of Zamboanga as a city. The construction of the early fort continued within the governorship of Sebastian Hurtado de Corcuera, 1635 to 1644, ex-governor of Panama. Because of insufficient manpower, laborers from Cabot, Cebu, Bohol, and Panay had to be imported to help the Spaniards, Mexicans, and Peruvians. In the construction of the fort, the period also marks the beginning of the Zamboanga Chavacano as a pidgin that eventually developed into a full-fledged Creole language for the Zamboangos. Early attacks. Fort San Jose was attacked by the Dutch in 1645 and was later abandoned by the Spanish troops who went back to Manila in 1662 to help fight the Chinese pirate Koxinga, who had earlier defeated the Dutch. In 1669, the Jesuit missionaries rebuilt the fort after pirates and raiders had again destroyed it. In 1718 to 1719, it was rebuilt by the Spanish Governor-General Fernando Manuel de Bustillo Bustamante y Rueda and was renamed as Real Fuerte de Nuestra Señora del Pilar de Zaragoza, Royal Fort of Our Lady of the Pillar of Zaragoza, in honor of the patron Virgin of Spain, Our Lady of the Pillar. A year later, Dalrossi, king of Bulig, and 3,000 Moro pirates attacked the fort. The defenders repulsed the attack. In 1798, the British Royal Navy bombarded the fort, but again it proved robust enough to repel the attack. Fort Pilar was a scene of a mutiny of 70 prisoners, 1872. It was in 1734 when a relief of Our Lady of the Pillar was set above the eastern wall of the fort, making it an outdoor shrine with an altar. According to the tradition, the Virgin Mary appeared to a soldier on December 6, 1734, at the gate of the city. The soldier asked her to stop, but on recognizing her, he fell on his knees. On September 21, 1897, at 1:14 p.m., a strong earthquake struck the western region of Mindanao. The Virgin Mary made an apparition, and according to visionaries, they saw the Virgin floating in midair over the Basilan Strait. She had her right hand raised to command the onrushing waves to stop, thus saving the city from tsunami. Following the Spanish-American War, Fort Pilar and its Spanish troops surrendered to the revolutionary government of Zamboanga on May 18, 1899. Under General Vicente Alvarez a Zamboanga at the onset of the Philippine Revolution against Spain. On November 19, 1899, the fort was captured by U.S. Expeditionary Forces. World War II. During World War in 1942, Japanese forces captured and took control of the fort. It was recaptured by the United States and Filipino troops in March 1945 and was finally and officially turned over to the government of the Republic of the Philippines on July 4, 1946. Fort Pilar was recognized as a national cultural treasure on August 1, 1973 by Presidential Decree No. 260, though by then the fort had been in disrepair since World War II. Restoration of the fort. Restoration was started in the early part of 1980 by the National Museum of the Philippines which reconstructed 3 of the 4 structures inside the fort. After 6 years of rehabilitation work, the museum branch opened to the public with a special exhibit on Philippine contemporary art. In October 1987, a permanent exhibit on the marine life of Zamboanga, Basilan, Sulu was opened to the second floor of structural for 100 species of marine life specimens in giant dioramas. Also open was a special exhibit on the 18th century relics from the Griffin shipwreck at the ground floor, which coincided with the formal inauguration of the structure. Former Congresswoman and Zamboanga City Mayor Maria Clara Lobregat, one of the staunch supporters of the Fort Pilar Museum. The Royal Fort of Our Lady of the Pilar off Zaragoza, commonly known as Fort Pilar, was built on June 23, 1635. It is a silent witness to many battles fought, including the September 9, 2013's Zamboanga siege, and also a witness to the heroic courage of Zamboangueros for their love of freedom. It is home to legions of devotees who pay tribute to the miraculous in Segura del Pilar. A 15 minutes walk from Zamboanga City, Helen, the best place for prayers. The La Hermosa Festival. The La Hermosa, or popularly known as Fiesta, Pilar, a month-long festival held each year to honor the miraculous patroness, held in every 12 of October. Embedded in Zamboanga's rich history of devotion to the Nuestra Segura del Pilar that is supplemented by history of miracles of her, the love of the Zamboangueros to their patroness is evident both Christian and non-Christian. The devotion of the Lady of the Pilar is forever intertwined to the history and the lives of the people of Zamboanga. The Blessed Mother once again demonstrated her powerful protection. The festival features several activities such as street dance competition, the Regatta de Zamboanga, where the famous Ventus are racing to win the prize, Caseches de Zamboanga, sports events, musical concerts, agricultural trade fairs, fashion shows, Chavacano Song Festival, Miss Zamboanga, and other events to be held every year. But the most important of all is the solemn procession in off the Nuestra Segura del Pilar. A processional image of the pillar is carried to the streets, and prayers are whispered and hymns are sung in the midst of lighted candles all throughout the procession. To the land of the cultural and religious diversity and the unifying force of the people. May through her intercession, peace can finally come to the promised land of the Philippines, the peace that is very elusive and difficult to attain. To all Zamboangueros all over the world, Happy Fiesta to our Nuestra Segura del Pilar.